Okay, good. Here we go. So this is going to be it's a relatively complicated topic, okay, but we're just going to break it down step by step. This is about when you have outgrown what you've created on Substack and you wanting to merge or change or do something different with what you've ended up with inside of your Substack publication. So you can check out my other video running multiple publications at once if you want to know what the dashboard looks like if you do end up tethered to multiple publications, which I have obviously two publications. I have a pop-up publication, and then I also work for clients as well. So you can add yourself as admin to others and work it that way. But this one really is about coming to your Substack and then realizing, okay, like I want to do something different with this. Like this has outgrown this space, or I want to take it somewhere else. So I'll go ahead and screen share. Couldn't quite get my words there. So so in theory, and this is only in theory because I haven't done it. I'm not sure if I ever will because it's such a faff. I think it's one of those things that you just have to kind of have your quiet confidence in. If you wanted to start a new Substack publication and move part of what you'd already created into it, then what you would do is you would go to um, settings in here and underneath your profile picture. These are your publications here, right? So you would create another publication in there. And obviously you would decide what you wanted to call that. So I'm not going to go through it in this call, but your handle, my writer handle is Claire Venus, and I am tethered to all of these different publications. There's a couple for clients on there, but I've obviously got my own on there as well. So I would create another publication first. So that would be step one. Get the publication that you want to put stuff into first and have that named so that there's no confusion. So, like, that's the named publication. And then you would end up in the dashboard with this, so you could toggle between all of them. So, say if I decided that I was going to upload something into this Vibrant Visibility Challenge, well, actually, why don't I do that? Okay, so, like, in theory, if I wanted to do, if this was my main publication and I needed to download stuff from here and upload it into the new Substack that I'd created, I would go into here and then I would be looking to download my data. So I've not looked at this for a while, but let's just see what happens if we put download in. Nothing. Okay, thanks, Substack. Try export. Uh, yeah. So see here, export your data, export your posts, subscriber list, and related data. We'll send you an email when your export is ready to download. So we're going to say new export and then it's started. So it doesn't give us any other options. So it's just going to download, export all of the data that's there. It's going to give us the posts, the subscriber list, and the related data, whatever that means. So it's going to take a little bit of time to do that. There's not tons and tons on here, but it's going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video and then I'm going to come back to you when it's ready so that you don't have to wait for this to happen. So first step, create the new publication. Second step, download all the data. That's literally the only option you've got. Like, unless you want to start copying and pasting things, which you could do, but if we download the data and then we're going to look at the raw data together and we're going to see if there's a clear way to upload it so you guys can see what that looks like. The other things that we have here are you can import email addresses. So if you have a CSV file that you want to import, you can, and then you can import your posts, which I've also done. So I imported my WordPress blog into my original Substack newsletter. So I've done that. That worked really well. It kept all the data from the WordPress posts that were like years old. It's very cute. So they're all inside Substack now. They're all still on WordPress. I just literally stuck them in Substack behind a paywall because I was like, I might want to do something with these. I might want to refer to them if I get writer's block. I might want to have a look. But that's what that is. So export in the search bar in your settings. You'll get to that. You do your download. Okay, let me stop my screen sharing and pause, and then I'll come back. Okay, that wasn't long at all because there's not much on there. Like there's not years and years of stuff on there. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what happened. So I got the email from Substack and it also said done over here. It's gone to white now. I don't know whether they're doing some work today or what, but basically, oh, there it is. Okay, so it said done, and then it gave me the option to download there, and then I've downloaded it here, which is where all my downloads live. And so it's a zip file. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that zip file. Um, here. Right, so it's got, let me see if I can share this with you. Hang on. If I share my desktop, you'll see it. Curious. How will I do that? Be in Finder, I think. Yeah, here we go. Right, so this is what it's given me, okay? Email list, which obviously we know is the subscribers, posts, and then posts CV CSV. So I presume posts CSV is the data behind the posts. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's literally like the post titles and the dates and the subtitles. So that's like a little catalog, if you like. And then this one is all the posts downloaded. So if I stop sharing that for a second, so to demonstrate what you would do, let's see how this goes. You would go into the publication that you wanted. I need to be careful not to sort of mess anything up here because I do actually use this publication. Let's use one that I don't use, this one. So if I wanted to upload into this one, import posts. Okay, so import posts, import your posts, paste the URL here. Okay, so I haven't got a URL. Invalid value. No. So that's not going to work then. So I can't do it that way around. There's no way to do it there. Let's try again. Maybe I missed something. No. No. Okay. Let's go back to doing it this other way around then. So say if I was in a section and I downloaded my posts and I was like, right, I want to put one of those posts on here. Let's see what happens if I do a new post and then I go to trying to get that uploaded here. Literally figuring this out as I go, guys. I'm like, how on earth? What is that? So if I go here, posts. So there's like a web data and then there's opens, delivers. Oh, this is all the data. Barriers to creation. Okay. We're working that out. Just wondering what happens if I drag that in. Okay, not that one then. Yeah, this might be a little bit beyond me. I don't know. Because I would have thought you would have been able to just upload that stuff. No. Okay. I think I might be stumped, you know, guys. Opens, delivers. What happens when I double click it? Oh, okay. So I have to double click it. Here we go. There's never been anything I've never figured out, right? You have to double click it and then paste it in. There we go. So it's pasted it in with the formatting and with the links and with the little emoji. The title is in the file name. So I could also grab the title or I could work through that other bit. So introduce yourself. So then I would obviously go through and publish this onto the new Substack. So in theory, you would download all of your data from the Substack. You can only download it as a oneer, and then you would find the bits that you wanted, open them up and paste them in and just work through it like a bit of a checklist. I would keep your previous Substack, your old Substack open and don't change anything from there until you've got the new one ready and all set up. And then once you've got the new one ready and all set up and you're really happy with it, you can go in and delete the posts. Let me show you how to do that because that'll be the next question. I don't mind at all. I really like figuring this stuff out for you all. It's good fun. Right, let's go into the archive and just delete something from the archive here. Right. Right, so let's delete this one. Pinterest IG test. I don't think that we need this one. So say if we wanted to delete it, we have to delete them all individually. So if we go on the three dots, there's nothing there. You've got to go into the post itself, use the three dots, edit, then you've got to go settings, and then you've got to go delete post, or you can do unpublish. So that's what you would do, and then it'll take it out. So if you unpublish it, it just won't be there, but you can bring it back. But if you delete it, it'll be fully gone. So it's up to you what you want to do, but that's what you would do in theory to do that. So a little bit of a complicated, fly by the seat of my pants explanation of what you would do if you knew that you wanted to take part of your Substack and create a new Substack. If you just feel like you're not quite sure yet, watch my running multiple publications video. Here now in 2025, what I say is do not split them out. Do not split them out. Try your very best to hold everything within one publication and just make sure that people understand that there's different things going on. You can subscribe no one to a section. You can subscribe everyone to a section. You can watch my videos on sections. But because it is harder to grow, you're essentially asking people to make a decision. Do you want this Substack or this Substack? And actually, for you as a person, unless you are doing like wildly different things like dog training and interiors, and that's two completely different audiences, you should really try to keep everything within one Substack publication. If you have large amounts of audience filtering in outside Substack, you're fine to grow two publications. If you're trying to grow within Substack, it was just hard and confusing for people to know where they should go. So you really want to be just leading with one publication, getting them in, and then helping them to organize themselves after that. Okay, I hope that helps. It's been brilliant to spend a bit of time with you. Thanks for bearing with me. I'll see you all really soon.